registered dietitian and the dietary manager at Wickenburg Community Hospital. Today I'm going to make a pasta salad. It's a little bit different. It has some different ingredients in it. It's totally plant-based, and so you can feel good about eating it for that quality, but it is also just comforting and crunchy, and I think that you'll really enjoy it. I'm going to start by making a little bit of dressing. So to my little jar, this is a great way to make dressing, is to my little jar I'm going to add what is considered a small clove of garlic. But I have this secret weapon. It's a paste that you can get at your grocery store in the produce aisle, and it stays really fresh, and it's one of the best products that I have found for a number of herbs, and garlic is one of those. So look for that in your grocery store. I put in about a teaspoon, which is about a little tiny clove of garlic. A little bit of salt. So the recipe calls for kosher salt and black pepper to taste. So I'm just going to put about a half a teaspoon of each. There's my salt and a little bit of pepper, just kind of to taste. And then tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And I'm going to eyeball that because I don't have a tablespoon measure. So I'm going to just eyeball that. I'm going to add some lemon zest. So I use the microplane to take the zest off of the lemon. That works really well, and you just want the yellow part, not the white pith, because the white pith is a little bit better. So we'll add that to the jar, along with a teaspoon of dried oregano, and two tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. So once again, I think I'll just eyeball that. Rice wine vinegar is really nice. It's a fruity, sweet taste, and so it really is a nice vinegar. It's very light. So we've added about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add to that a third of a cup of olive oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil here, and it's a good olive oil to use when you are doing a salad because you can really capture that nice fruity flavor of the olive oil. So let me check my dressing. Lemon juice, lemon zest, rice wine vinegar, dried oregano, and olive oil. So I'm going to give that a nice shake to make sure that I get it all combined and emulsified. This is a basic vinaigrette, really, so if you want to make any kind of salad and you just need a quick, easy, fresh dressing, this would work. So it's just a nice vinaigrette. So on my tray here, I have a pound of shell pasta. I know the recipe says orecchietta, but my grocery store didn't have it. Orecchietta is a pasta that is named for an Italian word it means a pig's ear, and it's because the pasta looks like a little piggy ear. So if you want to substitute, you would need to substitute with something that will capture the dressing. So what I did is I bought shell pasta because it has the little tendency to open up like a conch shell, and so it'll capture the dressing. So I'm going to pour about half over my cooked pasta. So this is freshly cooked pasta, and you want it a little bit al dente, meaning you don't want it to be soggy. You want it to have some texture. So we'll pour that while the pasta is warm so that it will absorb the flavor from the dressing. So we'll just let that set for a minute. And while that sits, I'm going to add my other ingredients to my bowl. I'm going to add 2 cups of chopped celery. If you don't care for celery, you could omit it and put something like carrots or bell peppers, whatever you would like. But if you're okay with celery, just 2 cups of chopped celery, and I've left it kind of big chunks, so because remember this is salad and we want to have nice big flavorful chunks. And then I have a fennel bulb. Now I don't know if you know what fennel is, but I will show you. So this is a fennel bulb. You buy it in your grocery store, and the way you prepare it is you cut off the bottom. There'll be a root that looks sort of like the root of a cabbage or a cauliflower. You'll cut that off, and you'll peel off anything that's kind of dry or brittle. And then you just cut off the top, and you chop this part up. There is a little core right in here, so when you cut it in half, you'll take that little core out, very similar to the cabbage core. Save the tops because they're really fun to decorate our salad with. Fennel has a light licorice taste. It's very light. It's not really strong like you might imagine black licorice is, but it's just a little lightly like licorice. So I'm going to add into that a fennel bulb. So I didn't really measure it. It's about a cup and a half, but just the nice big bulb will do it, and you don't have to really measure. Next, I'm going to add a can of garbanzo beans, or also called chickpeas. These are a powerhouse of protein, very good for you. We use garbanzo beans in a lot of different ways. One of the ways is to make hummus, which is really a nice snack. So I encourage you to look up a recipe for hummus and experiment with that. What I've done is drained them, then I rinse them, and then I drain them again. So I'll add those in. And then the recipe calls for either green olives or black olives. And so some people are not a fan of green olives. So I decided that I'd use black olives, and I'm using about a half a cup. Olives, just like olive oil, are very heart healthy. They are considered a fat when you look at them on like a menu or something. You want to pay attention to the fat content because they are a little bit high in calories because of that, but the fat in them is very heart healthy. So here we have, once again, our celery, our fennel, our garbanzo beans, and our olives. There we go. So now I'm going to add back in my pasta that has that little drizzle of the dressing already on it. And we'll give that another mix. And then we'll add as much of the additional dressing as you want. I'm probably going to add all of it because I want this salad to be very flavorful. So here we go with adding the rest of that on there. And you probably want to give it a taste to see if you want to add a little bit more of the salt or pepper. But I think that I'm satisfied with it because the olives also have some salt, and celery tends to make things taste a little salty. It's something about celery that's just has that little softness. Now the next thing I'm going to add for some protein is cheese. The recipe calls for ricotta salta, and that is a ricotta cheese that is dry. Usually we think about ricotta as being the moist cheese like cottage cheese, but this salta, I think is how we say the word, is a drier cheese. It's a little tangy, a little nutty, kind of a strong flavor. I couldn't find it in the supermarket yesterday, so I looked online to see what would be a good substitute. And I found several ideas, and I decided on doing some aged Gouda to kind of give it a little bit of a smoky flavor. And then also I'm going to add some aged Italian blend. So Here we go, adding in 3/4 of a cup, eyeballing it there. And then some of the aged Italian. The recipe also calls for some shredded Parmesan, but since it's already in my blend, I'm not going to add it additionally. I'm just going to add in some of this aged blend. So that's kind of sharp, nutty, creamy, cheesy stuff. So here we go. Another nice big blend. This cheese along with those garbanzo beans will offer you plenty of protein. So this is a nice salad to act as a main dish if you want to, or you could also serve it alongside or on top of a tossed salad, and that would be a nice way to get your dinner done quickly. Great for the summer when it's hot outside. So we'll put that on our plate, add a few more olives, and I will show you how to decorate. These are the crumbs from the top of the fennel that I saved, and they make a nice little garnish. You could also use parsley, you could also use the celery leaves, whatever you would like, and just add a little green to the top, and there you go, a nice pasta salad. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.